Welcome. We are glad you are here. Follow the directions of your social distance ground crew, and they will get you safely to your circle. We're loading from the back like they do on planes. Notice the weight of each foot as it touches the floor. You can let your arms sway gently by your side as you move. Listen to the music. Feel the warmth of the light and of the people around you. You are solo in your circle, but not alone. The circle you are in and the spotlight are yours for the next hour while we dance together. We are situated on the island of Manhattan, Mannahatta, which means on the island. Manhattan has always been a gathering and trading place for many indigenous peoples, where nations intersected from all four directions since time immemorial. Thank you for your cooperation and for being here.
Because of our huge 55,000 square foot drill hall, we could open early. We could do a social distance hall before more traditional theaters with fixed seating could do. We went and talked to a number of artists that we were close to and said to them, we'd like to commission you to do works during this time. Christine Jones and Stephen Hoggett, who are artists in residence with us, were thinking about a social distance dance hall.
Here are circles on the ground, guys. Everywhere there were circles with footsteps saying, stand here, do this. And then we kept hearing the phrase social distancing. And that word social was reminiscent of a dance.
And we talked about what is the socially distant, responsible thing to do, put people in spaces away from each other. Then what is that spatial relationship and how do you delineate it? And we liked the idea about with your ticket purchase, you've bought yourself a spotlight. And we talked about something that would involve large numbers of people and a unison dance sequence.
Stephen had the idea, well, if somebody's going to teach us a dance, the best person I can think of right now would be David Byrne.
There we get a lot of you and your hands in the frame. There is a box on his face.
A box?
Yeah.
Box on my face?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's trying to focus.
Let me see.
It's gone now.
That's okay. Oh, that's great. Yeah,
okay.
No
If
worries.
he's
trying to focus on my face, that could be good. Moving side to side. One side. We decided that for one song, the last song on the show, people should get a video of me demonstrating the dance moves for that song.
And that would be the one that people would learn to do together.
On to the right! Vomiting palms! It's so intense! Hip shake! 3, 4, go! It's shaking it
want to see how this came out?
No. If we got, unless you want another one, I think we got it.
I think we got it.
That song has that really fast thing. So I felt like, oh, I gotta be vibrating like that. And so I had to put in things like that. With the knee wiggle, leg wiggle. That one's kind of hard. It's kind of exhausting.
When I listen to a piece of music, especially music that's kind of there to make you dance, the rhythm of it and the way the sounds, they generally inspire a particular kind of movement. It might be something really spiky. It might be something smooth. It might be a kind of swaying motion. I'm not drawing from a vocabulary of kind of dance stuff that a dancer might draw on. I'm just drawing on it as a person.
You'll see, there's kind of an hour's worth of movement described in the show.
The idea is that during the event, you really feel like David is with you, that he's watching the event, that he's in your ear, that he's a participant in an intimate way.
Now we're on the New York City sidewalk. There's a lot of people here, and they're all moving, except for that tourist right there. Not moving at all. Well, there used to be a lot of people in the old world.
I kind of want to draw from everyday movement. Like I try and remind people that when they're riding the subway in New York, if you're not holding on to the poles, you have to be subway surfing. And you have to kind of get your balance, and if you have to move, you have to watch out if somebody sticks their legs out. You have to do all this, you have to do a kind of dance. Same thing when you're walking on the street in New York. And so I thought, you know, we're kind of dancing through a lot of our lives.
You gotta keep your distance now. You gotta do some fancy footwork. Some of these people aren't paying attention. You gotta shimmy from side to side. That's it. That's it.
That's Rit.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Rit.
That was it.
Yeah, that was
That's
it.
Rit.
Yeah.
That's Rit. You can just erase that.
Yeah, great.
That-
Yeah, we can do that. We can just erase that.
Erase that Rit.
We're gonna flip it again. Bottom frozen and top is grooving.
Let's do that again. David, let's do that again.
It can't be wrong.
David, I think we should go back and do that again.
Everybody might be doing something different now.
I don't think you can hear me.
Well, I'm dancing in here.
It's great. It's awesome. I think the only way to really know this and feel it is to dance it. So that's great. But Stephen has some cueing notes.
Okay.
The most annoying part of this process was the American Embassy deciding to suspend working visas the day after I put mine in. So there was no question I wasn't going to be in the room with Christine and David. So this green Zoom box that I've been sat in for 9 months, that was going to stay in place throughout the entire creation of the show and its previews and its opening night.
I've invited some friends, various people, and some of them have declined.
Oh.
Some of them have felt like, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready to be in a room with a lot of people.
Babe, the people that declined, David, would you say that they are noticeably older, younger, or is
Yeah, they tend to be older, maybe not as old as me, but a little bit older. There are people who are just not comfortable dancing. Nice people, wonderful to have a conversation with, but they're never going to dance.
But there are also dancers that don't want to do this, because Yasmin has contacted dancers who straight out said no, they didn't want
Why?
to. Same thing, just didn't feel it was the time to go out there and start dancing with other people and to be there in the building day after day.
I think we're seeing the way a year of being shut down is affecting people differently.
Yeah.
We have grown accustomed to being isolated.
It's like that study about the goldfish in the goldfish bowl. They have goldfish in a tank and there's a glass in the middle of the tank. So the goldfish get used to swimming in one half and they take the glass out and the goldfish doesn't realize that it can swim in a larger circle. I think you're right, Matt. I think it's going to take some of us a lot of time.
Is that an insult to goldfish? Yeah.
You got a lifetime to dance, and if you want a longer one,
stay in your house and protect yourself and the other people around you. If the place is a large place and you have a lot of people there, they can do the same thing, the social distance like they do in the supermarkets and other stores where they have freedom to move around in your own. It's like a center block here. You dance here, somebody's dancing that block over there, like that. I think that's a good idea.
Is it good to be like social distancing? I mean, with a fucking rave? Oh, look, I don't know.
Well, I think that everybody is pretty good about wearing masks, and you've got an awful lot of people getting vaccinated.
It's not a play. It's not David Byrne live. People don't know what the hell it is.
I'm not into all the partying and all that. I'm almost 30. Believe it or not, I'm almost 30.
So we've invited people to this random weird thing, and they're going to have to get off their ass and come into a building. They're going to have to learn something to come and see it.
We've got the audience coming in 45 minutes before the show, and they're basically just sitting there, getting safety instructions and kind of getting tested for COVID.
You might get sent home knowing you've got COVID, rather than going to see a show where you're dancing in the spotlight. On paper, this should have been an absolute mitigated disaster.
Tickets are not on sale.
Okay, but I think literally...
So they haven't sent their things out.
Not yet, but any minute.
Mara has not heard, Salwa has not heard anything.
Okay. Mara told me today that they told her today.
Yes, I heard that too.
Yeah.
But then...
But then things happen.
Things happen. We all decided, let's postpone it a bit, and we postponed it maybe into January or February, and then we said we have to postpone it again. Which is kind of the world we've been living with. So when you're saying, does it go as planned? It's kind of like, what plans? We have to keep changing them all the time because of this. But this, I mean, it's only, what, 10 days away or so now? Well, looks like this is going to happen.
Where was the show advertised that you think brought everyone to buy tickets so fast? Was it in New York Times? Was it?
I put it out to my list.
What's your list? Is it like 10 friends or?
I think it's 100. It's over 100,000. It's not. It's not like a lot of musicians, but they're pretty loyal. Yep. So when you tell them there's something happening, they do it.
I just wanna dance, 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 dance. Makes me feel alive, feel alive.
I think the ambition for Social is to create an interim performance piece from people not being able to go to a theatre.
Okay, 6 feet apart. Thank you.
To people not quite being ready to sit elbow to elbow in the dark. New York really got it bad and actually suffered massively. And the rest of America really wasn't experiencing that at all.
And it's not that COVID is over, but we are beginning to move indoors, and this is meant to bridge that moment.
It feels like coming out of isolation and coming together. And the fact that it's happening physically is really, really satisfying.
I think the show opening anywhere but New York might have seen the tickets linger for a little bit longer, but New York devoured those tickets so fast, and that was a beautiful surprise.
I just wanna dance, 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 dance. Makes me feel alive, feel alive. I get kinda mad, 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 mad. You lost another life, life, life,
We put a song or two of my own in there, since I have done music that you can dance to occasionally. I didn't want to fill it up with too much of my own stuff, because then it's like, well, you know, that's just a little too much.
Not always coming in the same place, going in the other direction, and we're gonna freeze. All right, open up the door. We're getting out of this washing machine and freeze. Everybody look up. Everybody in the social distance dance club has their own individual light. Everybody's in the spotlight.
When we were talking about this, I didn't think we would like people as much as we do, because I thought people would feel really vulnerable. It's top light, so it's not in your eyes, and you're not aware of it like at you. And we lit people a lot more than I thought we would. And it's It's so pretty.
You're swimming, and you're doing the backstroke. And that's the name of the song. Backstroking. Don't worry about the pool. It's an infinity pool. That good stuff. Tighten up your backstroke. You, over there. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, now, I'm gonna move this into a little bit of freestyle dancing. When I say go, I want everybody to... And when you find something you like that you're doing, stick with it.
The biggest surprise was the woman that brought her relief dog, and at one point it was dancing on its back legs with her. And it's like on its back legs and it's moving around, and there's a woman dancing with her dog. So officially she had 2 tickets for the price of 1.
Then it's one foot, then the other, as you step out on the road. Step out on the road.
There were moments when I realized, oh, this bit is very emotional. This bit is very moving, or this other bit is really funny. And you never know how that's going to work until you kind of do it and you hear it and you go, actually, that is very moving. And those things you don't, some of them you can't plan for. They just kind of happen. She's calling all the angels. You may not believe in angels, but you know what she means. All of us have had a loss. We've lost people, lost parts of ourselves. Look at this amazing room. Look at these people. Look at each other.
It's going to be interesting to see how quickly these moments fade and we forget what it was to live through this. This show is being made in a time that is completely unique to the times before it and to the times that we'll have from here.
Being with other people in a moment of happiness after a year of pain and suffering is a bit of a relief.
It took a minute to find my body. My body was not used to being in motion.
Yet it was like an easy way back into normal society if we ever get there.
The idea of being together with other people and yet being safe, the idea of dancing with other people, which nobody's done that. Nobody's done that for over a year. To be able to do that is really special, and it brings back what makes us human, which makes us the social animals that we are.
There's some awkwardness with it. There's some not knowing, but that's where we are in real time. So I like that.
There was one night when actually I was, because I'm watching a camera locked off, and 2 of my best mates walked into shot and were in the 2 spotlights right in front of me. And that's the closest I've been to being in a club with Andy and Mamoon for 3 years. They had no idea that I was there with them, none at all. Part of all this is you become grateful for the smallest event, smallest thing, because for a year it didn't happen, and even now there's no guarantee of anything like that happening.
We wanted people to kind of use this show as an opportunity to kind of get back inside their bodies and get back in touch with their bodies and how their bodies move, and that how they move is going to be how they feel like moving. I know from being on stage that there's this amazing feeling when you're all doing some movement together in sync. It's really an amazing feeling. You kind of get out of yourself, you lose yourself for a bit, and you kind of become part of this larger hive body, whatever. And it's a really kind of ecstatic experience. It's transcendent.
This is a song from the video you got sent, with me, yours truly, demonstrating the moves. I hope you watched it. Some of you maybe even learned it. Happy, 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 no soul. Happy, 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 no soul.
When we were doing the show, I jumped on a circle and I looked around and go, oh my God, everybody's doing it. Hold the traffic, hold the traffic. And everybody's doing it. 1, 2, 3, shake it. Go right up the bottom leg. 1, 2, 3, and pump it. On the side. Now we're gonna hold the traffic. Oh, that's nice. And look at the people around you. Don't look too much. Just take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Many of us are strangers. For the first time in a very long time, we've been dancing together with a bunch of strangers in a very large room.
He had some lines that were particularly poignant for me. I was fortunate not to lose anyone, but, you know, lost a part of myself, so. But it was great, and I thank him.
They brought you from being a little suppressed when you first walked in, all the control. That was really fun just to let loose and then feel like a whole different sense of community with that whole grid pattern. It's crazy.
So being in your own circle, it's a kind of different dance because, you know, but you're more with yourself, which is great also because, you know, you can go deeper in a way and it's, and you still feel the presence of others.
It just felt like pure magic. It was so special. It meant so much to me. Now I'm gonna cry.
We've been locked away, right? We've been told to be locked away for so long. And so creating a safe space for us to slowly come back together is really important.
And it just feels like the beginning of the end of a horrible time.
Emotions come up that they might not have even realized that they were burying. And I do expect that these performances will actually be quite moving in that way and that we will have people going through a lot of different feelings while they're here.
This was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm going to say goodbye now. Take care. And so elusive. No velvet rope, no overcoat.
I've been wanting to dance for over a year with a lot of other people, and it was profound. It made me want it more. Because I like to dance all night, so an hour wasn't enough.
loved it. I thought it brought us all together. It was very theatrical. It felt like we were all part of something together.
And I love the, what is it, shaky palms? Oh, it's so intense.
It was the most David Byrne dance I've ever done.
Yeah, that's real.
Thank you so much, David.
Thank you.
Okay, Ambrose, we could unrig this.